What happens when a calm morning show interview turns into one of the most uncomfortable moments in daytime TV? What happens when America's sweetheart reaches her limit live on air and the cameras catch every second of it? This is the story of how Valerie Bertinelli walked off the Today Show set. Leaving Hoda completely stunned and viewers shocked, the interview began like any other. Valerie walked onto the set with her familiar warm smile. Hoda greeted her with open arms, and the two shared a friendly moment before Valerie settled into her chair. The energy was easy and relaxed. No one imagined what was about to happen. Hoda started with what seemed like a simple question. "Valerie, it's so good to have you here. You've been on quite a journey lately. How are you doing?" "Really?" Valerie smiled, though something flickered in her expression. "I'm doing well, Hoda. I'm in a good place. I've been focusing on myself, my happiness, and what matters to me." "That's great to hear," Hoda said. "Now, you've been very open online about your personal life. Some people say you're oversharing. What do you say to that?" The shift in Valerie's posture was slight but clear. Oversharing is an interesting word. I'm sharing my truth. If it makes people uncomfortable, maybe that says more about them than me. Hoda let out a small laugh that didn't sound natural. "Sure, but some of the things you've posted are very personal. Your divorce, your comments about your ex, your body image struggles. Don't you think there's a line between honesty and, airing private things?" Valerie's jaw tightened. "Is that what you think I'm doing?" No, Hoda said quickly. "I'm just saying what people ask. I'm asking the questions viewers want answered. Viewers who want to see women torn apart for being honest," Valerie replied, her tone cooler now. "For decades, I smiled when I was told to smile and stayed quiet when I was told to stay quiet. That only got me anxiety in a life where I didn't recognize myself." "Valerie, I think you're misunderstanding, am I?" Valerie leaned in. "You're questioning why I choose honesty. You're questioning whether I have the right to tell my own story. Would you ask me these questions if I were a man?" The studio went silent. Hoda's smile looked strained. "That's not fair. This isn't about gender, isn't it though?" Valerie pressed. "When men talk about their struggles, they're called brave. When women do it, especially older women, we're told we're too much. We're told to be quiet and dignified." Hoda shifted slightly. "I'm simply talking about boundaries and what's appropriate to share." "Appropriate, according to who?" Valerie asked. "When you talked about your divorce, did anyone question your appropriateness?" "That was different," Hoda said. "How?" Valerie asked. "Because I wasn't posting videos constantly. I handled it with grace." Valerie laughed sharply. "There's that word again. Grace. Women are always supposed to have grace. Maybe I'm tired of grace. Maybe grace is just another word for silence." Hoda tried to steer things back. "Why don't we talk about your cookbook instead? Something positive." "Do you want to skip past the last few minutes?" Valerie asked. "Like you didn't just imply my honesty is inappropriate?" "That's not what I said." "Then what did you say?" Valerie crossed her arms. "Let me guess how this works. You push the uncomfortable stuff, get the guest upset, then switch to something light so it looks harmless." Hoda's expression tightened. "I've interviewed thousands of people. I ask real questions. If you can't handle that, maybe you shouldn't have come." "Oh, there she is," Valerie said softly. "The moment a woman pushes back, she becomes unable to handle it." "You're twisting my words," Hoda argued. "I asked you reasonable questions, and your job should include respect," Valerie replied. "Instead, you had an agenda. You wanted a reaction." Hoda took a breath. "I'm concerned. I've admired your career. Your posts seem angry, bitter." Valerie repeated with a humorless smile. "Another word used to shame women. What you call bitter, I call honest. I'm not pretending anymore." "But don't you think you have a responsibility?" Hoda asked. "A responsibility to hide my pain, to make others comfortable? What message does that send?" Valerie countered. "That women's experiences don't matter unless they're neat and quiet." "That's not what I'm saying." "Then what are you saying?" "Every question you've asked has been about me being too much. When you make it public, you owe an explanation," Hoda said. "I'm not posting for you," Valerie replied. "I'm sharing for myself. It helps me heal." "Then why come on the show?" Hoda challenged. "Because I thought you'd understand," Valerie said. "I thought you'd show compassion." "I don't have contempt for you," Hoda insisted. "You have contempt for my choices," Valerie said. "And it shows. If you came here smiling, talking about how perfect life is, this would be different," Hoda said. "So honesty is negative." Valerie said. "Should I lie so people feel comfortable? That keeps women silent for decades." "There's a balance," Hoda said. "A balance set by who?" Valerie asked. "Those standards came from people who benefit from women staying quiet. In the real world, actions have consequences." "Yes," Valerie said. "And one is that some people feel uncomfortable. Another is that some feel seen. I know which matters." "Even if it hurts your career," Hoda pressed. "My reputation." "With who?" Valerie shot back. People who think women should shut up? I don't need approval from them. If doors close, they weren't doors I needed. You have young women watching you, Hoda said. What message are you sending? I'm showing them boundaries, Valerie answered. I'm showing them they don't have to shrink. So this conversation is pointless now, Hoda asked sharply. Maybe it was pointless from the start, Valerie said. The room went still. Producers whispered in earpieces, unsure what to do. Hoda waved them off. You came here looking for a fight, Hoda said. You wanted to be offended so you could play the victim. There it is, Valerie said, standing. The victim card. Couldn't end without that. Sit down, Hoda snapped. We're not finished. Yes, we are, Valerie said, removing her mic. I'm done being judged on air. You're making a mistake, Hoda warned. Walking out doesn't look good. Neither does booing your guests. Valerie replied calmly. Hoda insisted she wasn't booing, but Valerie didn't buy it. She finished removing her mic and looked directly at her. I've stayed quiet in too many uncomfortable situations, she said. Not anymore. This isn't running away. This is choosing myself. Choosing yourself by walking out on live TV. Hoda muttered. Call it what you want. I call it self. You're twisting everything, Hoda said, standing too. I'm hearing what's behind your words, Valerie said, and I'm not staying for more. So that's it? Hoda asked. You're leaving? What would viewers prefer? Valerie asked. Watching me sit here and be torn apart. This is unprofessional, Hoda said. You agreed to this? I agreed to a conversation, Valerie replied. Not an ambush? Everyone gets tough questions. There's a difference between tough and hostile, Valerie said simply. So I'm the villain now, Hoda asked. You chose to go after another woman instead of lifting her up, Valerie said. That's on you. Valerie set the microphone down, gave one final look at Hoda, and walked off the set as the studio fell into stunned silence.